Alright, hello YouTube, Derek Shoehorn here for life advice. One quick warm-up point today, which is just to say that the dolphin transphobia video, which I uploaded yesterday, I've taken it back down because I want to refine my points on that a little bit. I want to make sure that it's really reflects what I actually think, and it's because it's such a sensitive topic. So I hope no one's too disappointed that that's gone, but I had to take it down just for a while. I will be doing another video on that in the near future. But with that being said, let's get right into your questions for today. I got some great questions coming in, so do keep those coming in. I really appreciate it. And the first question for today is, Derek, do you have any siblings? Well, the answer to that is yes, I do. I think I have two sisters and a brother. I don't really remember them. I never got to know them. I mean, we did all live in the same house together till I was 25, but I just didn't get to know them because I was so focused on my own life, my own goals. You know, you can't let people distract you, and when you got siblings around, they're liable to do that. So I just didn't allow that to happen right from the beginning. They were there. They often tried to communicate with me, but I just wouldn't engage because I was so focused. I was in the zone of my own life, and that's how it has to be, and that's what I recommend you do too if you do have siblings, is to just completely ignore them, phase them out of your life so that you can focus on your own goals. Okay, it's very important to do that. You'll get distracted otherwise, and you get dragged down. You get dragged down by them. So I wouldn't advise that. Like I say, they were around till I was 25. Then they all moved out, and it was just me and my parents. And then I moved out at 30. So I assume that those siblings are still somewhere in the world doing something, but I wouldn't know. I didn't know them then. I don't know them now, and I'll probably never see them again now. Okay, so I hope that answers your question. Thanks for that one. Derek, have you ever seen a UFO? Well, I'm not 100% sure whether I've seen one, but there was this one incident where a friend of mine had a stag party, and it was out in a field. We just had a big bonfire, and everyone was sitting around the bonfire, and we were drinking this fruit punch, and all of a sudden, I just saw this incredibly bright light coming from above, and everything was just swallowed up in this light, and it seemed as though the whole planet just dissolved into space, and I was out and amongst the stars, but I didn't have a body. I was just completely disembodied out there, and I heard all these strange voices, and it was just a very bizarre experience. And then I don't have any memory after that. The next 3 days, and then I came to. When I came to, I was just doing push-ups in this field, and I looked around, and no one was around. No one was around at all, and I just. And I was there alone, so I've got a feeling that was a UFO, but I wouldn't like to say for sure because it's a controversial subject. You know, people want more evidence than that, so I'm not saying that's solid evidence for a UFO, but that's just what I experienced, and you can make of that what you will. Okay, so yeah, that's it. That's how it is. I mean, I had this experience, and it seems to me that there's a good chance that was something to do with the UFO, but who knows? Who knows? I'd like to have a more solid experience of such a thing in the future, just so I'd know. I'm very curious. I'm very curious about that, but I don't know for sure. Derek, would you want to live on Mars? Now, obviously, this is a reference to my boy Elon Musk and his SpaceX plan to recolonize, or to create a colony on Mars and move the human race up there. And I guess the way that they'll do that is they'll have to choose the absolute elites of every field to go up and start a new civilization. So that being the case, I guess I won't have any choice really. I have to go. But it's okay because I'm kind of up for that. I'd like to experience what it's like up there, and it would give me great pleasure actually to coach all of the other pioneers who are up there, because it's going to be a new situation for them, you know. So it's going to be tough. So they're going to need a life coach around just to help them through those times. And the other thing that I could contribute now is, now that I'm a doctor of plant-based medicine, I could help to grow the plants and all that sort of thing, a bit like in that movie The Martian, except I wouldn't make the same mistakes that Damon Hill makes in that movie. I would learn from that. And actually, I have an idea for a movie about myself up on Mars. It could be called Life Coach on Mars, which is, I think, a pretty catchy title, and you could have obviously David Bowie on the soundtrack and all that. So yeah, I would like to go and live on Mars, and when the call comes, I'm ready. I'm ready. So if Mr. Musk wants to pick up the phone anytime, as soon as he's ready, as soon as he's got his spaceship ready to go there, I'm ready to go too. Okay? So thanks for those questions, guys. I'll see you in the next video. If you took value from this video, there's a couple of things I'd like to ask you to do. Don't worry, I'm not asking for any money. That comes later after we funneled the sales process down. All I need you to do is hit like, hit subscribe, and keep your questions coming in. You can leave your questions on Twitter at Derek Shoehorn, or Facebook, Life Advice page, or in a comment under any one of my YouTube videos. Keep growing.